Bonjour la classe. Je m'appelle Monsieur Valdez et je suis professeur de français à El Centro College. Welcome to the class. This is French 1411, beginning French 1. And in this class, we will go through the first 5 chapters of a textbook called Horizon. It's an introductory course on French language, the French alphabet, basic vocabulary, and I hope that you learn a lot. I hope that you enjoy the class. And in this video, what I wanted to accomplish was to give you a brief tour of eCampus and also discuss our syllabus and our day-to-day calendar, because it is going to be an important document that'll help you navigate through the 2 months that we're going to be working together. So this is the way that our eCampus shell will look like. I want to point you to the left-hand corner, to the left-hand side. There is a menu. For those of you who are comfortable with eCampus, this may look very similar to other courses. I want to point out a couple of them. When you start in this class, I want you to go to Start Here, and here you will find a lot of information. Okay, then you have the syllabus and the calendar. Okay, and you have assignments. Okay, so in assignments, not only will you find the compositions, the assignments that you need to complete on eCampus, and the submission links and instructions, you will also find videos, grammar videos that I have created for your viewing. So make sure that you click regularly on assignments to make your submissions of your assignments, but also to look at the videos that I have created for you. A very important link is learning materials. You will be completing half of your work, you'll be completing it on this website, on eCampus, and the other half, you'll be completing it on a website called MindTap. And in order to access our course shell in MindTap, you need to click on Learning Materials and click on the first link, and that's where you will create an account if you don't have one, and it'll prompt you to get a 14-day trial for the class. Most of you don't have to pay for the access if you opted in on Include Ed. But if for some reason you opted out of Include Ed, then those people will have to pay for access. And my experience lately is that it is rare that something like that happens, but if you did opt out of Include Ed, you will have to pay for access to MindTap. And to discuss MindTap, I have created a second video. But the way you go to MindTap is you click on Learning Materials and click on the first link. And I will discuss MindTap and how that works on that second video. But today, and on this video, I want to start by talking about the syllabus. My name is Omar Valdez Rocha. I'm a French instructor, a Spanish instructor here at El Centro College, and we are not on campus as of right now. So if you want to talk to me, you can email me, and this is my email address right here, orvaldez@dcccd.edu, and allow 24-30 hours for me to reply back to you. And we can set up an appointment online. Usually I use Skype. Okay? So if you want to talk to me in person, that's not possible, but we can set up a meeting online. And like I said before, this is the first semester of Academic Transfer French, and it is an introductory course. It is intended for students with very little knowledge of French. It says Spanish here, but I will change that. It's for those credits for this class, and you will be submitting different types of assignments that hopefully can help you develop your grammar, your pronunciation, and your writing. So those are the main student outcomes that we hope to, and we hope to get you ready for French, beginning French 2. The course materials for this class is access to MindTap, and on that site you will find an online copy of your textbook, which is Horizon 7th edition. And again, if you opted into included, all of the course materials are included. If you opted out of included, you will need to purchase an access code for the website MindTap, and it includes your textbook. Okay? And these instructions on how to gain access to MindTap are on the second video. So you will be working, like I said, on this class, you will be working on two websites, MindTap and eCampus. And these are the assignments you will complete on eCampus, and these are the assignments you will complete on MindTap. MindTap has a lot of activities. We're going to cover 5 chapters. The preliminary chapter, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each chapter is divided into 4 lessons. Each lesson has from 20 to 25 exercises that are due. So you should expect that for every chapter, you're going to complete around 100 assignments. And so those are your MindTap activities, and those are worth 1,000 points. Okay? All of the assignments for all 5 chapters are worth 1,000 points. Then you have 2 speaking tests. We will set up an appointment, and you will study, and you will study some questions. You will develop some answers, and I will ask you some questions in French, and over Skype you will answer those questions. We will do this twice over the semester, and that's 200 points total. And then you have chapter exams. You'll have 5 exams total. 3 regular chapter exams, then we have a midterm and a final. They're all worth 200 points. That's all happening on MindTap, except for the speaking tests. Those are happening on Skype. But you will take your exams on MindTap. You will do your daily activities on MindTap. On eCampus, you will submit French compositions. You will participate in discussions, a culture discussion and a critical thinking discussion, and you will also submit a reflective paper. This paper, the topic of this paper changes, but it's all about diversity, cultural awareness, language learning. So we ask you to do some research and to write a paper. There's 3 parts of this assignment. The first one is once everyone has a first draft, you will be critiquing each other's work. I will put you in groups of 3, and you will critique and make comments on 2 other papers. Once you get that feedback from your peers, you will then address those issues and create a final paper. Not only that, because we are not meeting face-to-face, instead of doing a presentation on your paper, you will create a PowerPoint with audio. And this assignment is due almost at the end of the semester. So once we get near to that point, I will start giving you more information about this. So if you were to add all of these points, that would come out to 3,000 points. So this your grade is based on a 3,000 point system. So at the end of the semester, once you see the total number of points that you received, let's say you got 2,700 points for the whole class, then you need to come back to your syllabus and see how many points you have. So 2,700, that means you are getting an A at the end of the semester. If the total column shows that you have 2,500 points, then you are on the 2,400 to 2,700 point range. That means you're getting a B in the class. So just keep that in mind as we get closer to the end. and so that you know exactly what you got when I release the grades. So um, I hope if you have any questions regarding the grade calculation, let me know. Okay? But I think it is pretty straightforward. Make sure that you start familiarizing yourself with MindTap and with eCampus, and that should be good. Um, and there's a lot of very useful information here regarding our class. So I ask that you go to eCampus, download our syllabus, and start getting familiar with the with the with the requirements of the class. Something that you have to know about this class: it is an intensive class. It is a class that demands discipline, that it demands um, self determination. Right? So make sure that I want to make you aware that there is no late homework accepted. Exams are not to be made up if you miss them. So please work ahead. That would be the biggest um, piece of advice that I can give you. Make sure that you're working 2, 3 days ahead, because you never know what can happen. We have so much work to cover that it is practically impossible for you to get behind and not affect the rest of the work that's to come. So make sure that you are keeping, um, um, that you are working ahead, that um, you are not running behind, because I don't accept any late work. Okay? Um, there could be an emergency, something sudden that could have prevented you from doing some of the work, like unexpected hospitalization, for example. So you need to have that event documented, so that I can pass that along to our department, and we can discuss if we are able to grant late homework accepted for that person because of that event. And like I said, there's more information here that is very useful, so make sure that you go to eCampus and look at our syllabus. The second document that I wanted to share with you today is our calendar. Our calendar is a very important document that you should be looking at daily. This is where I tell you when everything is due. As of right now, all of your work is available for you to complete today. It depends on you as to how fast you want to finish the class. I have some deadlines that you must meet, but if you want to work ahead and work very diligently for the next 2 weeks, you can finish a lot of what I have put out there at your own pace. Um, some information that I want to give you about those assignments and those due dates is: the assignments are due at midnight, okay, on the day that is shown on our calendar. All assignments are available right now, and you can finish the course as quickly as you'd like, except for speaking tests and except for the peer review portion of your reflective paper. You are required to work a minimum of 3 days ahead to prepare for unforeseen events. Okay? And like I told you before, it bears repeating: there is absolutely no late work accepted in this class. There's no makeup work allowed per departmental policy. Um, and I reserve the right to modify the syllabus if I believe that you will benefit from that. So the stuff in blue on the calendar, those are the assignments that you're to complete on eCampus. The assignments that are highlighted in yellow, you're meant to complete them on MindTap, on those two websites. And here is our calendar. You will have deadlines on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, but I give you enough work so that you work for more than a day. So just because you have a Thursday deadline, that doesn't mean that that's the day that you need to get to work. Some of these, like I told you, these assignments, sometimes you will have 25, 30 assignments on a day. So you need to give yourself plenty of time to finish. And maybe your schedule doesn't allow for you to do that on one sitting. Make sure you prepare yourself for the amount of work you're about to do. So, the 20th, tomorrow, Tuesday of October, what I need you to do is I need you to look at the syllabus. I need you to watch the orientation videos. And if you're watching me right now, then you're already doing it. Then you need to go to start here on eCampus, right? And make sure that you look at all the instructions that I have there so you are ready to tackle the work for our course. And tomorrow, by tomorrow, you need to create a MindTap account. And on the second video, I show you how to do that. All you have to do is go to eCampus, click on Learning Materials, click on the first link, and it'll prompt you to create an account. It's that simple. On Thursday, you have your first batch of assignments. This is for the preliminary chapter, and this is lesson 1. Expect 25 assignments due on Thursday. Then on Sunday, you have you not only have a discussion, you also have another. This is an outdated version, but on eCampus, you will see that on Sunday you also have lesson number 2, another 25 assignments. So follow the calendar that I have provided for you on eCampus. And as you can see, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, you will have something due. This stuff that I have here on green, this is the day that I will ask you to schedule your speaking test. And on the 8th, we will have our speaking test at 10 in the morning on November the 8th. That's the first one. As you can see, these are the discussion boards. You will have a French composition due on November the 12th. Our reflective project begins on November the 17th. This is when you send your rough draft to your group members. Then we have the critiques are due on the 24th of November. And this is the last day to withdraw, not the 24th, but the 25th. We have Thanksgiving break. Then we come back. Chapter 3, you have composition number 2. December, we are busy on December. Sometimes you will have two lessons due on that same day. So I ask you to work maybe on the 7th, you do one, and then on the 8th, you do another. So, and the 10th of December is the last day of class. That's when you have your chapter 4 exam, and the class is over. This is just a brief introduction on what you will be completing, what you will be doing in our class. So if you want to do, let's say it's Sunday and you need to do one of the discussions, you need to click on eCampus, go to assignments, and you will see, my computer's running a bit slow, you will see the assignments that are posted right here. You see signature project, speaking tests, and then you go down, you see compositions. Click on composition. Composition number 1. Here are your instructions. This is my grading rubric. And if you click on the top, this is where you submit. Okay? If you need to do a discussion, right? Click on assignments. Go to the bottom. You see there's a discussion question folder. Critical discussion, critical thinking discussion, or culture. Well, if you're doing culture, then you just make sure that you're reading the instructions, watch the videos that I give you, click on the link, and you will have, this is the instructor mode, but you will have, you will be accessing the cultural discussion board. Okay, so any questions, make sure you email me. All of the assignments, the following assignments that you have due are lesson number 1 for the preliminary chapter. Watch the second video to know how to go about completing those assignments, and email me if you have any questions. Bienvenue dans la classe. Oui, au revoir.